Chinese President Xi Jinping has arrived in France, his first stop in a three-nation tour through Europe designed to bolster ties as trade tensions mount. Among other key issues on the agenda is the Russia-Ukraine war. In an article for French daily Le Figaro, President Xi wrote that China was neither a party nor a participant in the conflict and stands ready to work with France and the international community to find a reasonable way out of the crisis. In the meantime, EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen says that she will press for fair competition with China in talks with its President Xi. CNA's Cullen has more.
Well, 2019 was the last time Xi Jinping visited Europe. His most recent trip 5 years ago. That was also the last year that he visited France. It comes after Emmanuel Macron went to China in April 2023, and Xi Jinping's visit is all about ongoing celebrations to mark 60 years of diplomatic relations between Paris and Beijing. Now, the Élysée Palace, the French presidency, which is the building you can see behind me, released a pre-briefing because Monday is the first full day of the visit, saying there will be direct one-on-one talks on sensitive subjects. One of those thorny issues is trade, reciprocity, access to each other's markets and investigations. The EU have recently started an investigation into China's procurement of medical devices. There are ongoing probes by Brussels into China's alleged use of subsidies to underpin electric vehicle exports, solar panels and wind turbines as well. And China has started its own investigation, an anti-dumping inquiry related to France's exports of brandy. To present a united front, the French president has invited the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen here to Paris to take part in some of the talks on Monday to show that Paris and Brussels are united when it comes to their trade relations with China. There will also be space for bilateral discussions between President Macron and President Xi. They will be speaking about the relationship between France and China. Also, international crises like the situation in the Middle East and the war in Ukraine. France likely to urge China once again to use its influence with Russia to bring about an end to the conflict. Now, France and China do see eye to eye on many issues related to the environment, working to try to fight against the warming ocean, protecting biodiversity, reducing plastic pollution, protecting forests. And the French presidency also says there will be human rights raised at both a ministerial level and a presidential level. After the conclusion of 2 days here in France, Xi Jinping will then travel on to Serbia and Hungary later this week. Cullen, CNA, Paris.